Welcome back viewers, you're watching Politics Today. Hapa tunachapa siasa. By the way, hapa tunachapa siasa, no jokes. We are talking about, hey, siasa. The politics of 2027 has begun. The game of politics, or is it the game of chess? I'm with Dan Polandenga and I'm with Jeffrey Otieno, civic educator and political analyst. Before we went for the break, yes, where were we? Where were we? You were just telling us about South Africa.
I had now gone past South Africa and I'd given my dream.
Yes.
To say that I sit here and I'm ready to help champion the leadership of the Gen Z.
Okay. Jeffrey, the President Ruto is in central Kenya.
Yeah.
Are you seeing central Kenya embracing him, or are you seeing them? Have you heard of the name Wamelon? Who is Wamelon? Is that Kalonzo?
That was.
Yeah. They're saying right now. I had something like Wamelon anachukua. You know, that means Kalonzo is taking. Are you seeing Kalonzo taking up this central Kenya votes? Is Rigathi still valid to vie, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
And is this governor of Meru, what's her name? Kawera.
Mwangaza.
Are you seeing Kawera, Rigathi? Are you seeing them really making it?
Let me tell you something, Jonah.
Right.
Yesterday, on Monday,
yes,
interview, the president neutralized himself. The person that advised the president to go for that interview, he made the president great. So, you know very well that in the Mount Kenya, so many people didn't trust in the president. Walisema that amebetray mtu wao.
Right.
I remember very well. But that, when the president said that the former impeached Rigathi Gachagua wanted 10 billion, hiyo iliharibu kila kitu.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's something going on.
The people from the
media.
Mount Kenya right now are asking themselves, what if the president angempatia 10 billion? What could have happened? Will this guy still be fighting for them? Ama angefanya nini? Unaona? So that interview made the president great. Hapo president got 8/9%. In this tour, aende kupata mambo mingi. After that has happened.
And then this aspect of Rigathi saying, I am out to make Ruto a one-term president.
Yeah.
Will that attract some kind of sympathy on Ruto?
So that's, do you know the reason why people are saying like that? And that will not going to happen. What watauliza, ungepewa hiyo 10 billion, what could have happened?
Okay.
Unaona? So watu watakuwa namwambia, huyu jamaa labda anapiga the president vita kwa sababu hakupewa 10 billion. What if the president angempea hiyo 10 billion? Bado angekuwa anatetea watu.
Okay.
Yes.
And then he got an opportunity to explain his relationship with Justin Muturi, right?
Yeah.
What did he say actually? Did he say that Justin Muturi was incompetent? Is that true? From the records we have actually with us in the media,
Yeah.
how many court cases did Justin Muturi
Justin Muturi, the time that he was Attorney General, out of 1,583 cases,
Yeah.
Justin Muturi won 1,575 cases. He made the government not to lose 17 billion from those cases. That's how Justin Muturi was organic, the time that he was the Attorney General. Yet the president coming in and saying that Justin Muturi was incompetent,
Right.
that is the issue where people are saying that, what do you mean? Remember the president said yesterday that he was the one that made the Karatina market and opened it. But we remember very well, it is on record that Uhuru was the one that made the Karatina market and opened it on August 5, 2021.
Okay.
That's what I can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mau roads and all those projects, is it true that none of them has kicked off? Is it true that when the relationship fell out, the caterpillars left the sites?
Well, we held it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Those are just insinuations that people are just
go
saying.
on, Dan.
if you are to ask me,
Right.
the politics of central vis-a-vis development,
Yes.
I'll look at it from twofold. I'll look at it from the political angle and development angle, because that's what I do.
Right.
In development, you only spend when you are given money to spend. And the Exchequer gives money on quarterly basis.
Okay.
So for me to authentically speak to a development in Central, I'd be saying, what does the implementation report for the last quarter speak to a particular project? That my biasness would end at that level. But for purposes of politics,
yes.
First of all, did you ask about the former deputy president or our brother, the Justice Muturi?
Both of them. We've spoken about the former president,
So
Rigathi Gachagua.
you want us to give a general outlook for
Yes.
Central on what we are seeing?
Yes, yes. Are you seeing this?
So first of all, yesterday, the president of this country was cornered,
Right.
but he was cornered to make his report right. The ground is hostile, he was told. So why did you choose to come in now when the ground is hostile, was the question, generally.
Yeah.
I mean, everything else that was thrown to the president was, the ground is hostile, Mr. President. Why wouldn't you have chosen to come in another time? His response was, as the president of Kenya, he has the latitude to move anywhere,
Right.
to inspect development, not to politic, to inspect development, so he said. And then questions like the one my son has spoken to came up, the Karatina markets, what do you call it, Mau Road, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then, as if that was not enough, because remember, development, like I said, look at development vis-a-vis policy. For development, there's a way he could answer and you can see some facts in it. For example, in an area when he said that the contractor, there was a problem with the contractor and the matter went to court and it was quashed barely 2 weeks ago, and therefore we will see development going on. That is possible. That is, I'm saying, possible hypothetically. All right?
Right.
But now, where did the rains begin to beat the president and Central? He tried to give a case, a bill health of himself on the reasons as to why his relationship and his immediate deputy fell apart. And he defended this way. The first time he said, it appeared to him like during the appointment of the deputy,
Yeah.
there was every reason to imagine that Gachagua was not the best suitable person in Central for that post. He actually went further to say they voted amongst themselves and the name they gave was not Gachagua's. Please don't ask me the name. You know the name.
Yeah, the guess is did in Europe.
No, it wasn't even
It
detailed.
was, you know, yes.
Yeah.
It was a lady.
No.
No.
The best suited candidate for DP at that time among the Central.
Kindiki.
You said him now?
Okay.
I can only confirm. So now he went further to say, but thank you for giving me Kindiki, but you know, when I look at it's as if he appeared to set aside guys who had been into politics for a bit of time, okay, and having a bearing for the youth, the young Turks, the Kindikis, the MP for Kikuyu, you know those young.
Yeah, Kimani Ichung'wah.
Kimani Ichung'wahs and stuff.
Yeah.
So he said, no, please, let me go and appoint myself, and he appointed his brother Gachagua.
Right.
He explained yesterday, he made an explanation yesterday, I was trying to listen to him, how things didn't just work. But good as it may, I looked at it for me as a political rhetoric statement. He actually, it is not necessary for the people of Central now. What the members of Central want to know is, are they still in government? And being in government basically is, do we still have development going on as was envisaged? Irrespective what happened. Do we still have the road network? Do we still have schools moving on? Capitation in schools? Is medicine in the hospitals? That's what Central want to hear. Issues of 27 will come and go.
Yeah.
And politics being what it is. Jonah, the last time I sat here, I told you, one day, not two, one day sitting in politics circle like this is like a whole 365 days in development. Because kitu kidogo tu hivi kimekuweka nje.
So it
Now,
means
when you
that-
talk about, for example, you asked my son, Gachagua asked for 10 billion, isn't he?
right.
And he was denied. Assuming that he was given, so Central will still be in government, isn't it? Assuming, hypothetically.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
now it's not. So who is in government today?
Central.
No, who's government? Because after he left, there's another ally that was brought on board.
Yeah.
Who is this ally that is on board?
Kithre.
No, not from Central now.
Oh, Hallelujah.
Raila.
Oh.
Yes.
So it means if,
Wow.
if Central was denied 10 billion,
Yes.
tell us then therefore how much was given to
Right.
Raba to bring the Lake region. You understand?
Yeah.
Politics is so dynamic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is so heavy that you just not leave it at that statement. You have to go further than that. Now, trying to bring Kindiki, the president is simply saying, you voted him then, I have now allowed you.
Okay.
And
Okay.
being the president that we can see he is, he will play with Kindiki the best way he knows how. And have president.
Anyway, that's why I said this is like a game of chess. The intrigues of
You
politics.
spoke about it, yeah.
As the Gen Zs and the youth are coming in, they are looking at values. I'm looking at, don't you think then you need to look at Kalonzo? Was Kalonzo the deputy president during Kibaki's time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Kibaki perform well? What do
Okay,
you have to say about
let me tell you something with Kalonzo.
Yes.
Kalonzo, that's the reason why even right now people are calling him watermelon. We don't know if Kalonzo wants to be
Yes.
the president
Yeah, in Central
or
they are calling
Kalonzo wants to join the president of Ruto. Kalonzo wants support from Raila Amolo Odinga. He hasn't healed. Kalonzo need to be a leader, stand on his own. Na ajue anaweza enda peke yake. But right now so many people are believing that Kalonzo bado hajaamua.
But some people in Central are talking of watermelon.
Yes,
Watermelon.
but Kalonzo yeye mwenyewe hajasema,
You know,
hajaamua.
yeah,
Bado anangoja Raila amshike mkono. Ati ameshika Raila mkono mara ngapi? That is the problem with Kalonzo, ajiamini. Kalonzo need to believe in himself. Ndio people waweze kumwamini. Mora Kibaso ni mdogo, but Mora Kibaso anasema anataka kuwa president. Kalonzo bado anafuatana na Mora Kibaso. Someone that has experience. He's the one that needs to guide needs to guide Gachagua, needs to guide Mora Kibaso, but yeye anakuwa guided. Anangoja ashikiliwe na Mora Kibaso jenzi waamue, ashikiliwe na Raila Amolo Odinga watu wa Nyanza waamue, ashikiliwe na Gachagua watu waamue. Raila Odinga can go to coast. Can Kalonzo go to coast alone na ajikampainie? Can Kalonzo go to Nyanza na ajikampainie? He can never go alone. Raila Amolo Odinga anaweza enda peke yake in Mount Kenya ajikampainie. Can go to Nairobi over here ajikampainie. Can Kalonzo do that?
Okay, we all agree that there is one thing the Gen Zs have. That is courage.
Yeah.
Are you trying to...
numbers.
They have courage
and
numbers. It seems to me, from the way you are saying that Kalonzo doesn't have the courage.
Yes.
So that is...
He has the courage, but the problem is that he doesn't believe in himself. Kalonzo need to believe in himself so that watu ndio wakuamini. Yes.
So the point you're talking about Kalonzo is, it takes you back to Gema. Remember Gema?
Right.
Remember what the acronym stands for? Gema.
Gikuyu Embu Meru Association. And I remember one Jenga Karume in it.
Yeah, and their Kamba.
Okay.
So if the politics were to swing that direction, then it would be easier, very easy, for the gamer community to rally around one of their own, and therefore, in a light way, Kalonzo. I don't know if you understand me.
So if
would be
Gamer,
saying,
if Gamer came
yeah, because
Yeah.
Gamer still is, and it's a very rich political block, yeah, very rich political block. Anybody who goes to, that's what Ruto did. Ruto realized that and just passed through them and said, Gamer, kujeni. Na akawashika hivi. He tried among the cows, got Mutua, but he said, kikuja sawa, sipokuja, but as long as the block was in his hands, it was fine. So if the Gamer voting block can be sustained in Ukambani, so Kalonzo has something.
Jonah, let me tell you something.
Right.
Let's go back to Aden Duale.
And
You know
the
the reason
Somali
why Ruto is still retaining on Aden Duale?
Dan
Still
Paul,
rotating
you know,
Aden
you know
Duale.
what Dan Paul calls Aden Duale?
Yeah.
The blue-eyed boy. He told me that until I was wondering who he's
You
talking
know
about.
the reason why?
Yes.
He was the cabinet secretary of environment. Do you know the reason why Ruto took him from environment to health? Health is bigger than environment.
But he was in
That's
defense.
a big docket.
He was in defense.
Yes, he was in
also.
defense. Yeah, that was the time that he was still with Rigathi Gachagua. Ruto knows very well that that is gone. Right now is depending on northeastern that part. That is the reason why he took Aden Duale from environment and took him to health. Akienda kucampaign huko ataambia watu mtu wenyu nimempatia health ni kubwa sana.
Now, Dan, are you sorry? You're done with the point?
Yeah, I'm done.
You can't. No, just proceed. You
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
By force.
Yeah, I'm done.
They say sema
I'm
kutoke.
Nimesema.
Are you reading mischief in the Somali factor? Are you seeing there's something cooking? Is this the final winning card for Ruto?
And I think my son had spoken to something.
Yes.
The effect that he said, chukueni vitambulisho.
Yes.
And he also went further to disbanding the, what do you call it, this committee, the vetting committee. I don't remember, there was something, or it is an assumption.
Yeah.
That the vetting committee was disbanded for some reason.
Right.
Okay, before you continue, let me just say something just
Yeah,
about, about the vetting committee. Do you know that someone was supposed to wait for almost like 2 years? The apate ID. Ukipitia your vetting. 2 years.
Right.
Do you know why the reason why the president said that the vetting committee is done? Yes.
Okay.
So
Back to that.
so that we have more people coming on board and therefore can register and the numbers is going up.
There's another side to this,
Which is?
just in case somebody takes the card and goes to become a terrorist or something away from Africa, they'll be known to be a
It
Kenyan.
has happened.
That has happened even before.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's not gonna
happened
be
so
news.
many times. That's the reason why they decided to come up with vetting.
Yeah. Why
I
was
can
vetting
remember
introduced?
during the Westgate saga,
Right.
it happened. The people that bombed that Westgate, they were from Somali. They were not Kenyans. The investigation were done and it was found that those people were from Somali. That's the reason why they came up with that vetting.
Oh, that's where the vetting
Yes,
began.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, borders are areas that are, in other words, looked as polarized. And when you talk about border, I'm sure you know a border towards the west,
Right.
where we have the community called the Luyas there, isn't it?
Yeah.
One particular one I would be very fast to mention would be they call Samia, I think.
Yeah.
So
the
we,
Busia
yeah, in
and
Busia. So
Uganda.
yeah, so on that boundary we got the Samias in Kenya and Samias
in
In
Uganda.
Uganda.
in Uganda. For you to get an ID, round about that area, my brother, some vetting has got to go on. You know why? At the time when Modi Award, you may not know Modi Award. Please read your history.
No. I know Mudia.
It's fine if you do. Your history is good.
Who doesn't know?
I don't
We used to
know.
call it- we used to call it-
No.
Those who are not students of history,
Okay.
those who are not students of history and governance may not know Modi Award.
Yeah.
at the time when he was a deputy, a vice president for Kenya,
Yes.
his brother,
Was the vice president?
blood brother, was not a vice president.
No, he was a minister in Uganda.
You said it.
Yes.
So what would have been had?
Mujawabi is still alive.
They speak
Mujawabi is
the
still
same
alive.
language. I mean, you cross over and say, if you went towards Tanzania, we have a community called the Maasai's, Kenya and Maasai's TZ. They speak the same dialect.
By the way, come to Mount Elgon. I have a bit of Sabaot in my
I wanted to come. I wanted to go around, then I come to you.
Yes.
And because you didn't want to speak about yours, I wanted to go around Kenya, then finally come to the Sabaot
Yes.
on Mount Elgon.
Of which I'm one of them.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
Yes.
We have the Sabaotis in Kenya,
Yes.
and Sabaotis across the ridge, isn't
border.
it?
Yes.
So that polarization
Right.
is what introduced the. So how do we know that this is Jonah Simba Kenya and not Daniel Simba Uganda?
Incidentally, my brother is Daniel. How did you know that?
I'm a prophet. You forget too soon. Learn to know people.
My brother is actually called Daniel. My only brother. So, interesting.
So that's where the vetting in. But anyway, going back to the subject matter is.
But then, even as, don't forget that point. Don't you think that if we are not careful, we are going to have more people outside this jurisdiction registering as voters?
Point taken. That's it. That is the worst scenario. When you're looking at development, you always look at scenarios, isn't it? You build scenarios.
Right.
Scenario 1, 2, 3, the worst, the bad, worst and worst scenario, or the good, better and the best scenario, isn't it?
Right.
So in which case Kenya will have opened up the boundaries, the likelihood of Kenya at one point being managed by an alien is very hard.
Okay.
And that is catastrophic, I can tell you.
Okay, let's stop it there. Jeffrey, very quickly, we have a minute. Just tell us, what should the Gen Zs do as we wind up, as your final word?
Gen Z tuchukue kura. That's my final word.
Okay. Dan Paul.
Na
final
mkishachukua kura, mpige kura.
Yeah.
Na mjitokeze kupigiwa kura.
Okay, sisemi kitu. We have been with Dan Paul Adenga, civic educator,
And
budget facilitator, Nairobi County, and we have been with Jeffrey Otieno, political analyst. I keep saying my favorite political analyst. My name is Jonah Simba. This has been Politics Today. See you next week. Have a good time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.